I want to say good morning to everybody. I'm just stepping in for our phenomenal CSO Phyllis Nash. Listen, this is Wake Up to Wakanna. Oh my God, it's Monday. We're ready to rock and roll. So many things are happening here at Wakanna. So let me hurry up and get out the way because we know who we want to hear from today. But let me give you our Black History quote from Ava DuVernay. She said, "Be passionate and move forward with gusto every single hour of every single day until you reach your goal." That is a quote from Ava DuVernay. So I want to I'm excited to say to everybody, wake up to Wakanna. That's what today is. And let me tell you something. The lady you're about to hear, one day at the age of 33 and a half years, she called to her corporate America boss and said she didn't want to call in sick. She called in well. Well, I'm not coming back anymore because she got involved in the social selling, direct marketing, and became MVP of several companies, built teams in over 46 countries. And then she was finally asked to help and be the CEO of a cannabis company and took that company from 8,000 to over 240,000 in just a short period of time. But I am so grateful that God had another plan. And that's why she is our CEO. She is our visionary. She is our luminary. I learned from Dr. Pat, there's a difference between being a visionary and a luminary because the visionary paints the picture, but the luminary lights the way. And I love Melissa Boston because she gets down in the trenches with you. So without any further ado, Melissa Boston, our CEO, are you out there?
Wow. Good morning. Can you hear me, Dr. Ross?
Yes, I can.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, I love getting up on Monday mornings, and whether it's you or Phyllis, you just energize me. I mean, I love that quote, just your mindset, your growth mindset, okay? Your energy, your passion. I mean, you light up this call. We are proud of you. I mean, as one of our Emerald directors in this company, you have literally helped to change so many lives, not just on your team, but just how you work with everybody. That Saturday call that you do, and just so many things behind the scene where you're always, our go-to techie when it comes to uploading YouTube or anything else. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, it is a great morning this morning. And I want to say hello, and welcome everyone. Good morning to all of our brand new distributors who might have just joined us. We want to welcome you home to Wakanna. For those of you who have just rank advanced, we want to say good morning and congratulations to you. And so welcome to all of our pearls, our jades, our sapphires, rubies, emeralds, diamonds, double diamonds, gonna be soon some triple and quadruple diamonds. Okay, we are absolutely going to the tip top. And so super excited because yes, we are Wakanna, the crown jewel of CBD, but we know that has expanded. I mean, because we have, so much happening right now, especially with wellness. And so you're going to see some exciting things from our branding team soon as it relates to that. But I want to go ahead and start with our vision and mission statement because I have two special guests on the line myself. So I'm always excited when I have some guests on the line to really help you see the vision of where we're going. And our vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission statement is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom, okay? And, one of the things I'm always so inspired by, rebounding is something, we've done for years, but just really hadn't had a chance to be consistent. And it's so amazing because since we've been doing this flat belly lifestyle, Dr. Ross, I so admire you. She's up every morning coaching a group. I do mine typically a little earlier than that because I try to do it when I first get out of bed. So as you were introducing me, I was on the rebound and just going up and down. And I'm just thinking about you, okay? Thinking about how much you've done to help so many people. And speaking of that, the flat belly lifestyle, right? So that's what it's about, really not only taking our life to the next level by eating the right things, but we also want to really focus on positive, healthy, fun movement, okay? And you want to get that body moving every day. We had an amazing call last night. Hopefully each and every one of you were on that call. We discussed the game changers. I know this movie is starting to spread all across Wakanda. I know most of you have watched it. I know last week after we first started really analyzing the movie, okay, on our Zoom, many of you, sent back emails, hey, I finally got a chance to watch it for the first time. And so if you haven't had a chance to really watch that movie with your family, with your friends, I would highly encourage you to do that. Get with one of your wellness coaches. We've actually emailed them the YouTube link, so everyone has access to it. But it's just really something that I believe is going to really spark a big, big movement along with what we're doing with the plant-based lifestyle and the flat belly lifestyle. Also, too, speaking of the flat belly lifestyle, some exciting news to share, okay? We actually have some brand new supporting tools really designed to help you really move this forward. Super excited because this is going to really allow you now to start seeing how this is absolutely going to become a movement. You see, every time you get on the call, especially whenever Shannon gives the report, I mean, the products, right? The phase 3 products, I mean, they've risen to the tip top, okay? They are the products, right, that really are now dominating. And that's been without supporting tools, okay? We haven't had any real focus beyond the fact that we've been doing the webinar on Sundays, right? And so the new supporting tools include several banners. In fact, we want to move into this whole aspect of print on demand, okay, where you can literally even start maybe customizing some of your banners, putting your own link on there, maybe putting your picture on there. And that'll be a premium charge for those who want to do that. But for those who just want to literally just get the generic banners that we put together, I believe there's 4 different designs that we're going to have available for you. Those are going to start hitting the back office so that you can start ordering those. I'm just super excited about that, so that you can really utilize those to do your vendor events, to really help, brand, yourself, help brand the products. And along with that, we do have more supporting tools coming, whether it's postcards, whether it's brochures, whether it's just ways for you to market, your events that you're going to have around the flat belly lifestyle, for you to really market this whole aspect of eating plant-based for your blood type and the bioscan, really the features and benefits of the bioscan so that people can see and read all of that. So just super excited, guys. Just know there's a lot dropping this week in your back office. And speaking of dropping in the back office, if you are on the March Madness, we had that awesome call last night. And, we actually put those, not tickets, right, but put those brackets, okay, your bracket spots on the site. They're still there, but just get with your leader, with your coach, find out more about that so that you can learn how you can participate in March Madness. And I'm going to let a little bit out the bag today about March Madness, okay? A lot of people have been coming and asking different questions about, hey, I want to be in March Madness, but, I want to have some Sapphire leaders on my team. Maybe this is a Ruby talking, right? Or maybe there's an Emerald who wants to have a Ruby on their team. We've really set really hard rules with this because there's so much at stake. So we want to be fair and make sure that whatever we do, it's properly communicated to everyone. And so one of the rules right now with the March Madness brackets is, in order for you to actually participate, of course, it's Sapphire and above, but if they're Sapphire, we really want them to have their own spot. Now, we do recognize that there's some Sapphires that might have hit a year ago, 2 years ago. Perhaps they really don't have a team. It may just be them. And so we're going to introduce something called the wild card. And so stay tuned, because Phyllis and Dan are going to have a call really kind of going over the rules. But the wild card is going to give you guys one little opportunity to either cash in on some points if you don't take advantage of the wild card. So that means you can literally start your March Madness off with points, okay, just because you cashed in the wild card. And for those of you who decide to utilize the wild card and not cash it in, then guess what? There's going to be no points, but it will allow you just one little piece of flexibility. And so stay tuned for that, because I think it's exciting. It's going to really allow those of you who are Sapphires and perhaps, maybe you are working hard to really build that team and you're wondering, hey, how am I going to really score? Well, guess what? We're going to let you start off with some points, okay? And so there's just going to be so much excitement with that, guys. You're not going to want to miss out. We know that people that participate in that, just by default, it's going to increase the energy of your business. It's going to really increase, the production. It's going to get your team excited and fired up, because finally, after what we went through the holiday season. I know it's in Chicago, especially, it's so cold, right? People are in a mindset of hibernation. Maybe you're not getting out as much, okay? You're doing a lot of Zooms, but it's really going to help you get ready for what's about to happen. We know that the season of March, when it comes into the beginning of spring, right? Right even before spring, we know that that's the time that this industry starts to explode. The seeds you've been planting in November, the seeds you've been planting in December, all of a sudden, those are going to really start to take hold, okay? And so you want to get in, okay, on this, and you want to especially listen to this leader call that's coming up. So for those of you who raised your hand, okay, you raised your hand and said, hey, I'm in last night. Again, we have your names. We have the list of every single person who's already purchased their bracket, okay? In fact, we have 66 people, I believe, that's already, just from the call we did last night, okay? We have the whole week to get this done. So that tells you that this is about to go through the roof, okay? I'm already over 20 teams committed. I mean, that's crazy right there, because we only need 32 teams. And so if you're listening to all of this, what it means is the next call on this matter, you do not want to miss and get all of those details, okay? Super, super pumped up. So today, I have two special guests. I'm going to go ahead and move myself out the way and bring up the first guest today. And super excited, because this is the person really behind a lot of what you see with the Flat Philly lifestyle. In fact, he's going to be helping us with some significant improvements on our phone view with Wakanna.com. I know a lot of times, typically when people have a challenge, it's always because they're on the phone, okay? It's limited space, but we do know there's some things we can clean up there. He's also working with our C-suite, really helping to solve a lot of the techie problems, the IT issues, really streamlining the flow of work and leading our operations guys, our warehouse, our customer service team. He's actually in town this week. So if you want to come by the office, he'll actually be there on Friday, but he's got meetings, so you probably may not catch him that often, because he's going to be meeting, but definitely would love to maybe have a meet and greet with those on the team who really want to come out and have a chance to meet this gentleman who's going to have such an impact, who's already having such an impact on our company. And so he also delivered this weekend an exciting training. And if you are on March Madness, if you're not even on it but considering it, he had a training on growth mindset versus fixed mindset. And it was absolutely powerful, because guess what? Even in a corporate environment, it's important that we have personal development for our staff, for our employees. Personal development is the oxygen of a positive growth mindset, and he embodies that. I mean, this is a gentleman who just turned 30 years old already, almost finished with his MBA, and at the top of the class, like magna cum laude. I mean, oh my goodness. In fact, he had a major impact with Delta Airlines. Now he's doing big things with State Farm. At 13 years old, he had his own company called JR Tech Online. And I'm telling you what, his knowledge of IT and business infrastructure is through the roof. His aptitude in problem solving and decision making is next level. And he understands the analytics and the performance metrics that's needed to take companies, to take people to that next level. So I am so proud. I am so excited. I am so pumped up this morning to introduce to you our phenomenal Chief Operating Officer, Christian Phillips. Are you on the line? And you might be muted out.
Hey, Melissa.
I am here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Awesome. As you were talking, I was like, is she talking about me? Who is she talking about? Oh, my goodness. It's so good, just being on the call today. This is my very first time speaking to, I'm pretty sure I've probably seen a lot of you in different channels. However, just able to come on the call today and give you some type of inspiration as it relates to your Wakanna business. As Melissa mentioned, I do have about approximately 11 years of corporate experience of, product management, as well as project management, as well as looking at different initiatives and aligning those initiatives with organizational goals and objectives, and then putting together different systems to kind of help the operation sustain. through a lot of different things, such as enhancements in technology or just market share, change in market share. So I'm definitely happy to be on board within the operations sector of Wakanna and lead you all basically be that back end support that you all see when you guys contact customer service. I oversee that. When you all need shipping things, all of that, making sure that efficient process is in place so that we'll have minimal disruption to how we're actually sending these products out, and also the information that we're giving you all as distributors so that those resources can be streamlined and available to you at your disposal. I would like to quote this. This is a quote from Brian Chesky. He's the CEO of Airbnb. And he says that culture is simply a shared way of doing something with a passion. And as Melissa mentioned, you have a groundbreaking opportunity with Wakanna basically to define this culture and be part of this shift. Leaders are laying the foundation. They have analyzed the market share. Basically, we're doing all the hard work in corporate. And the human social system builds from conscious and unconscious observations in the behavior and languages of others. So basically, what people pour into you, you might listen to that. And some people might say it's going in one ear and out the other, but subconsciously, that is actually resonating in you somewhere. So think about it. If you're listening and you're around negative people, you might think that you're that strong one. However, subconsciously, what they're saying is actually harnessed in you somewhere. And in many cases, that filters your mindset. And then when you're actually getting ready to make a decision, that doubt is that negative that you're around. That is what's blocking you from going to the next step. So just be aware of your surroundings. A lot of people call it situational awareness, but be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of who your circle is. Whereas you might think that someone's just gossiping and you're laughing because you didn't actually contribute to the conversation, you're still a part of that conversation. Now, you can't help what people say because you are not responsible for people's actions, thoughts, beliefs. However, you can help and you can control what you are around. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about what you're around and how that can actually affect your subconscious mind and how it projects in your decisions as it relates to your fixed mindset versus the growth mindset that Melissa talked about that I mentioned last week. So a fixed mindset, in regard to that, I would take that as being, in summary, we are master imitators and know that coping helps us fit in, gain respect, and belong. However, what I challenge all of you today is to disrupt the flow and take the entrepreneur mindset to the next level. Using the tools that are available to you through your Wakanna website, taking copious notes in these conference calls, and staying engaged and plugged in. Because guess what? As a leader, you are going to be that first point of contact. You're going to be responsible for making sure that your team know about the conference calls and things of that. So corporate can do what they can in regards to getting the graphics available to you. But if you don't stay plugged in and you don't know where that information is, it's like it's not even there. So basically help us help you, and in turn, be accountable for your team. And as they win, guess what? You win. And because we all win together, we're going to actually have that culture, and we're going to disrupt the flow of how people actually are doing what they're doing as it relates to their health. And then obviously it's going to affect their wealth. And so it all starts with you all on this call today. And as you all go out and talk to people or, post your things on Facebook, just keep that in mind. And also know that it's a process. And so understand that everything doesn't come easy, but things come to those that wait. And I don't want to, Melissa, I don't want to take over the call, but I just want to kind of leave you all with that, is that culture is simply a shared way of doing something with a passion. If you see a passion here with Wakanna, all you have to do is share it, build the culture, and then everything else will come tenfold. I'm done.
Wow, Christian. No, you can take your time. It's great to hear you just this energy, and just your knowledge, your wisdom, and the gift you bring to all of us. And I love that quote. That was amazing. So you guys are going to hear more from Christian. I know many times if you've been a part of our wellness coaching community, you've already had a chance to work with him in some capacity because, I know a lot of times we always kind of joke and say, hey, we have to, be a little patient because we have a lot of people that are technically, we struggle sometimes, right? But Christian has been there to really smooth things out, to help upgrade our site just to keep it user friendly and to really make sure that we can absolutely facilitate what we need. So that was brilliant, Christian. We thank you so much. And hey, can't wait to have you on some future calls. Perhaps we're going to start doing some, live podcasts from the corporate headquarters. Maybe we'll do something this week with all the team there, because I think it's important for our distributors to really understand really who is behind a lot of the different things at the company. I know a lot of times you hear us as founders, we're on the calls, but there's so many more moving parts. There's so many people that really help us to be the success that we are. And having you on board, Christian, it's going to just keep magnifying all of that. So again, just thank you so much. Just so proud of our entire corporate team and just happy to have you there leading the charge. And so with that being said, speaking of leading the charge, this is someone who's been there also with us from the beginning of the beginning, when the doors first opened. In fact, she was there with us in the other venture. We met her for the first time, in fact, in that venture. And so I'm going to bring up our VP now of operations. You're used to hearing her called VP of business development, but she really is working hand in hand with Christian, and they're going to do some exciting things inside of our operations. And so Shannon King, if you're out there, we would love to hear the report so they can see what products are topping the charts this week.
Awesome. Thank you. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So I'm going to get right into it. So this report is from February 13th to the 20th, so from Sunday to Sunday. And guess what, guys? We have 84 new customers in that week alone. And we have 171 repeat customers. And the average order value is $96. So, that's the incentive enough for you guys to get out there. And, the average order value is under $100. Top selling products by revenue is first place, the Flat Belly 21-day cleanse at $3,898. And then it never fails. It always makes the list. The Extreme Pain Relief 400 milligrams at $3,237. Third place is the Power Him Premium 500 milligrams a bottle at $1,599. Followed by the Broad Spectrum Gummies, the bottle at $1,358. And in third place, the Phase 3 Post Regimen, the 30-day post regimen at $1,299. When I tell you guys that this cleanse is making the list every week now, and we have over 101 products on the website. So top selling products by quantity. First place, Extreme Pain Relief 400 milligrams, 58. Second place, Flight 300 Pre-Roll at 34. Followed by the Broad Spectrum Gummies, the bottle at 34. And the Blood Type Kit. I think this is the first time the Blood Type Kit has made the list at 28. And that's the top 5 products by quantity, on the website. And then in fifth place, the Power Gummies, the bottle, at 24. And I think I forgot to say our gross sales for that week is $27,678. And that's the end of the report. For me, I have to go and juice for my mother, which is the last week of her juice. And this is really changing people's lives, guys. That's it for me, Melissa.
Wow, Shannon, that is awesome. I tell you what, the Flat Belly lifestyle is absolutely taking over, and it's exciting to hear the blood type test. Okay, even being on the list, because our mission, our focus, our goal, and we know we've already sold probably a few hundred on Amazon, more than that, because I know we alone as a company, we probably bought 500 on Amazon, but that just shows you that we are on our way, guys. We said, over 1 million blood type tests in the next 18 months. And that is slowly but surely coming into fruition as I hear you tell me and tell all of us that it is now in the top 5. So cool, so cool, so cool. And as I hear you talking, Shannon, I know you and Christian have been working so well together. I think a teamwork, guys, and that's really what it's about. And Henry Ford said something like, coming together, is the beginning. Keeping together is a progress, but working together is success. And really when you have people that come together and really start working together. Everyone's moving in the same direction, different ideas sometimes, but we still find a common path. It takes companies to billion-dollar status, and I see that because we have all these brilliant people who are involved with Wakanna on the distributor side, on a corporate side, and I'm telling you what, folks, we are absolutely going to the top. And so with that being said, I want to also remind everyone that we do have our hair Zoom today at 2:30 p.m. Central. This is exciting because we do have a new format. Not only will we hear from our amazing trichologist, Doris Mosley, but also our phenomenal MD, Dr. Rita McGuire. She's going to be on there as well each Monday, along with our awesome and amazing presenter, Kathy Weathersby. So you do not want to miss your opportunity to save our strands. Okay, so saveourstrands.com. Make sure you plug in at 2:30 p.m. Central. And then tonight, it's always exciting because you get a chance at 7:30 p.m. Central to kick it off with DJ Dr. Rod, who lights up the airwaves, right, with the beautiful sounds and the music that she plays. And then at 8 o'clock, we have our awesome overview. This is hosted by the corporate team. You're going to hear from some of our awesome leaders, and so you want to tune into that as well. Make sure you check in for the meeting ID, and we will have some new flyers and graphics for all of our Zooms, so just know, stay tuned. Our graphics team, our marketing director, he's been working through a lot of this, and so we're going to have a lot of new visual aids for everyone so that you can really help promote your business, help promote these calls in a big, big way. And so with that said, I want to thank you all for waking up this morning with Wakanna. We want to invite you to come back tomorrow because we have our Diamond Factory with the phenomenal and amazing Phyllis Nash, our CSO, who's absolutely helping us to break records. We are so appreciative of her. And with that said, we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. Let's go out and have a Wakanna day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all.